what's happening? This is Coach Bear. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of RTHD, Road to Happy Destiny. Great to be back. Great to celebrate these 24 hours with you. Those of you that saw Episode 1, Episode 2, thank you so much. Keep continuing to spread the word. Getting a lot of positive feedback, and let's keep this thing rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Before we get started, let's start off with the Serenity Prayer, long version. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. And a lot of things that I want to touch on contained in that prayer today. So we're coming to you today from Casa 15 Hundo here in Bucktown, Louisiana, right on the edge of Bucktown, Louisiana. And one of the things that the prayer says, obviously, and that we're all doing right now, especially in this trying time, is just living one day at a time, 24 hours at a time. You know, there's a great New Orleanian, I think he was born in Texas, but a great New Orleanian started using the phrase, win the day, that being Drew Brees. And I know many people have adopted that. A friend of mine, Coach Scott, and his Falcon football program, they use that slogan, win the day. And it says a lot. Let's worry about today. Yesterday's over. You know, tomorrow's not here yet. So let's do the things that we say in this prayer, you know, and live the day, win the day. So today's topic I thought about would be change. You know, the first day we did what others, you know, have a trouble with seeing people that are struggling. Yesterday we talked about falling down. Let's talk about changes a little bit. First thing, a counselor once taught me that, things in life are temporary. For the most part, things in life are temporary, and things can be changed. And, you know, right now times are changing. We are going to be forever changed after this pandemic. You know, I have a feeling the elbow dap's going to be the new, fist pump, But, things are just going to change. And some things change for the good. Some things change for the bad. Some people like change. Some people don't like change. Others that see us may like changes in us. They may not like changes in us. But it's so funny that I thought about this as today's topic, change. And we can look here and, accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm going through a lot of changes right now, as you all have seen over the last couple of videos, the last couple of episodes. By doing this program, I'm really helping myself. Hopefully I'm helping you. Some people have sent me messages on Facebook, have texted me, have sent me emails that this is a benefit to them. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the fact that hopefully I can be of help not only to myself but to others. It's so funny, though, that I chose this topic. And just this morning, there's a book study group that I'm involved in, and one of our members sent a group text this morning, which had to do with what I was talking about today, or will be talking about today. Got another text message from a friend of mine who he and I we meet with a few people every afternoon, and he sent me a text message had to do with one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. So let me read these. As you well know, I don't normally read from the notebook. I don't have notes. I just kind of wing all this. So hopefully it flows. But anyway, one of my friends said in this quote, I'm not sure where it's from, "Worry never robs tomorrow of its sorrow. It only saps today of its joy." Again, controlling the things that we can control, which is we can't control tomorrow. It's not here yet. Can't take back yesterday. That's over. We got to live for today. We got to win the day. Okay? I've got to live the day. I've got to win the day. I'm off to a good start. I did my, I had a morning meeting. I went to my dad's. He and I are walking every day. We're following social distancing. And it's just great to be, this is something I've never done with my dad in my life. And I've been doing this for the last week and a half, and it's been absolutely outstanding. I've loved it. But this really intrigued me from my group message this morning with my book study group. 5 truths. 1, everything changes and ends. 2, things don't always go as planned. 3, life is not always fair. 4, pain is a part of life. 5, people are not always loving or loyal. And those 5 points really hit me hard today. I knew what I wanted to discuss with today's program, today's episode, and really stuck with me. And, obviously you can play that back and write them down or process them however you want to process them. But yesterday I talked about my daughter, my mother, saying we'll never give up on you, ever. And, I got a lot of sweet messages yesterday from some people who echoed that. Some people I want to give a shout out to. The Hopes, my friend Raynell, J Fitz, K Fitz, T-Cap, Granny, and many others. But I want to thank you all for believing in me and being a part of my journey. Although it's up and down, been an up and down journey, never leaving my side, and I appreciate that very much. I'm here. Anybody else struggling with their journey right now, if you need to talk, you can contact me. In episode 1, I gave you my email address. Episode 2, I gave you my cell phone number. Contact me, text me, message me on Facebook. Again, I'd love to talk to you individually or meet with you. Of course, social distancing. But we can all help each other. This can, changes are going on right now. We got to get used to it. We got to adapt. We got to overcome. We got to win the day every single day. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to stay positive. If I stood here in front of you and told you what I've lost in the last month, you would probably give me, oh man, that's just so bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. But again, there are other people in the world that have lost more than me. Other people in our city, our state, our country. And so I'm not poor, pitiful me. I'm just saying I've got to learn how to deal with that. And in the past, I would not deal with that in a healthy manner. I would deal with it in an unhealthy manner. And you know what? By choosing that option, things always got worse. Even worse. So, I've got to learn to be patient. And I've been telling myself I got to work on my spirituality. I got to work on my patience. Just because I start doing some of the right things doesn't mean the next day everything's going to be golden. I've got to be patient. Just a little patience. Yeah. I should have been really axling it up, but I did not. Anyway, little levity there just to kind of break up the monotony, if you will. And I hope I'm not being monotonous. But, being patient, going through a process, trusting in the process, believing in a higher power, whatever that may be for you, in God, in Jesus, whatever that may be for you. For me, it's God, it's Jesus, whether it's the Christmas Jesus, 6.8 ounce baby, tiny infant Jesus, or the bearded Jesus. It doesn't really matter, like that reference. But we're all going to have to deal with change. Just for a little more levity, think about it. Cal Naughton Jr. went to the Magic Man. Ricky Bobby. El Diablo. Like a Spanish fighting chicken with the claws and the beak. Anyway, so we all got to go through our changes and accept our changes and work at getting better each and every single day. And I hope that this has helped you to some degree. I know it's helped me. I love talking about this stuff. It means a lot to me. Before we close with the Serenity Prayer, one of the things that my brother and I did last spring, we did a lot of things together. And I would call him up. And to see if our plans were on for the night, I would call him up and I would say, hey, we riding? And he'd say, well, I'm with you, homie. That's a reference too. Look it up. You might find it. Anyway, let's go ahead and close today with the Serenity Prayer. And please join me in winning the day. Hey, thank you all for spreading the word. Please continue to spread the word, share, do anything you can to promote this video because I think it is helping a few people, and God knows it is helping me. So let's go ahead and close with the long version of the Serenity Prayer. I put it up like there in case anybody wants to zoom in on it and copy it down. God, grant me, us, the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. Hey, have a great day today. Love you all. Hope you love me. And peace.